Well, good morning, folks. Welcome back to the farm. It's a beauty of a morning here this morning. Actually, it's not as cold as it was yesterday. It's only minus 14 this morning. Oh, I was just looking for the horse and the donkey. I've left the gate open from the far south pasture all up into behind the barn over here. The sheep come up. The horse and the donkey, that's the ones I was hoping would voluntarily come up, and I wasn't going to have to go traipse halfway to the United States to get them up and into the yard. The farrier's coming this week to do some pedicures, so if they don't come up by themselves, I'm gonna have to go get them. That'll be mildly inconvenient. Anyways, first things first, I gotta let the big white dog out. The wife's ran to Grand Prairie. She's gone Christmas shopping. She went Christmas shopping with Charlotte. Intended to find presents for Finn. Finn's inside watching a show while I quickly run out and do some chores here. But Charlotte's found half her Christmas presents at the store, and it's just what she wants. And so I don't think Carmen's going to get a chance to even wrap it up. Charlotte's just picking out whatever she wants today. So I think that's a little bit backwards. I am glad to see over here, you can see right here and right here, we got the two hay feeders. When we went to Mexico, I put both hay feeders out in the field and put round bales in both of them so they had enough hay to last them the whole time we were gone, and a bit more, just in case flights got delayed or whatever. But yesterday I put a new bale out there because there wasn't enough to last for the whole work week. And I really try to take advantage of these weekends, do as much as possibly can. Because the guy's getting off work, whatever, 5 o'clock, get home 6 o'clock. It's dark. And things are just exponentially harder already when it's cold. But when it's cold and dark, miserable. Anyways, I'm just happy to see that the sheep, some of them, a number of them, are hanging around the feeder that's 3/4 empty. They're cleaning up. They're not going to leave a bunch of stuff uneaten there for it to be snowed on. They're not being wasteful. You might have heard the turkeys gobble in the background. That's another interesting thing we got going on there. So we built that turkey house. It sat out right out here in the middle of the yard all summer long while we completely refurbished it top to bottom. That was a project in marital unity. That's for sure. But anyways, finally got it done. It's drug over there now. We put some temporary panels up to try and keep the turkeys kind of in one area. And it's got a hole cut in the side so the turkeys can come in and out. Well, last night, it was getting dark. The wife had to work a night shift, and she said, "Can you go put the turkeys inside?" And I realized that the ramp, it's quite long, but maybe it's just a little bit too steep. They might need a longer ramp, because just the way the center of gravity is on those birds, they get up there and then they just kind of lean back and slide down. So that's not good. Plus, it's dark outside. It's dark in there. I'm running around with a flashlight. That's not very efficient. What I ended up doing is chucking the flashlight inside the shed so that they could see there was something in there. And then they all went right in. So I think what this calls for is a light inside. I'm going to rig something up so they have a little, low voltage LED lamp or something in there, just so it's not so dark and scary, because that's probably what it is. I don't want to enter a deep dark hole, because what's inside there? Murder and death and Thanksgiving dinner. I picked up a loop load yesterday from the grocery store, and we got a bunch of these fruit in jelly, Dole fruit cups. And I was trying to think, well, how can I feed these to anything? Problem is, it's in jelly, it's in Jello, and so it won't come out of the cup super easy. So I just left them outside, and they'll freeze. Then I'll take them back inside until they just start to defrost right around the edge there, and I'll just pop them like little frozen pucks into a bucket, and then we'll give them to the chickens, and they'll be able to gobble that up, and it'll be just grand for them. So it was just in the back corner of the shop in here. We've got a shower and sink and a bathroom and like a whole toilet set up in the back here. And if you ever build a shop, let me tell you, if you got running water in there, put a bathroom in. It's a game changer. But our outside faucet is here. I replaced this. I can't remember if it was this spring or this summer. The one we had in there last year, despite my best efforts to heat trace it, insulate it, have it project far enough inside the building to prevent it from freezing. it still froze and it got all discombobulated inside there. So I had to replace it. But anyways, I was inside and I noticed that the water line to the toilet is actually froze. And that water line is all heat traced. And it's insulated. And it's like where, I guess there's certain spots of it where it's not insulated, but it's zip tied directly to the poly of the PEX pipe. So I'm wondering if the heat trace, if it's shit the bed or just what. I'll have to have a look in the tickle trunk and see if I got another roll of it here. Well, I don't think the heat trace is shit the bed, so to speak, but right on the end here, you know, you got this thermosensor right here, and it was inside the room, and I just tucked it up against the outside wall so I could say, hey, yeah, it's actually cold. That should be on. And then, like I said, there's this section right here that runs on the vertical, and you can feel that there now, and it's warm. So I'll give that a few minutes. Hopefully we see the toilet go. Anyways, quick look in the cupboard, and I do have another roll. This one doesn't look very long though. Not sure what that is for how many feet, but I'm not going to string it out today. I'll just keep that up in there. Hopefully I don't need it. Yeah, looks like I don't need it. Within 2 minutes of repositioning that thermocouple there. Tape is warm. Good to go. Well, I think I found a solution for Turkey Town. Plugged in an old trouble light inside the building, and on the handle of that trouble light there's an outlet. So basically plug the trouble light into the extension cord I had run to the turkey house, and then plug the heated water bowl that I had for the turkey's water into the trouble light. Now they got light and heated water. As long as the shed doesn't burn down, we're in a pretty good spot, I think. So we'll give that a try. Anyways, I think it's time for a cup of tea. So I'll let you go for now. Hope you're having a fantastic Sunday afternoon. We'll see you tomorrow.